The following conversation is with Audrey French. Audrey has been a server at Little Moss for the past 5 years. When she started serving, it was just a job. Her passion for hospitality has grown over the years, and she's become a leader in the front of house. She also has 20 years of ballet experience, starting when she was just a few years old. Audrey is a hard worker and a great friend with a kind heart. Without further ado, here is Audrey French. Okay, so why do you hate your dentist though?
Okay, so flashback 6 months ago, my last checkup, I went to the dentist and listen, I'm going to be transparent and honest. I had not flossed every day. So
You heard it here first, folks.
I didn't floss every day. And I went and it was pretty brutal. She was like, all right, your gums are really inflamed, bleeding a lot. You need to floss. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I flossed every single day since that last dentist appointment, sometimes twice a day.
Do you think you were over flossing at that point?
Maybe. But I think that what happens with flossing is the more you floss, the tougher your gums are so they don't bleed.
Right.
At least that's what I thought. And so I'm ready. I woke up this morning, I'm going to go show them, I flossed. And I got the same woman and she's not the most warm.
Okay.
She's not very friendly. And she genuinely was just going ham on my gums with the tool. It hurt so bad. And so I bled. I feel there's no way to not bleed if someone's sticking you with a tool.
Yeah, I feel they're going to go until you bleed.
Exactly.
And then just be you need to floss.
Well, she was are we even brushing twice a day? I was
She's gaslighting the fuck out of you.
Oh, nah. So yeah, I got in trouble again after flossing every day. So there's nothing else I can do.
There's beef there.
Yeah.
There's beef. My dentist, I didn't have one for so long, and I just got one nearby. And I swear to God, this man, he is digging for gold in my gums. He literally
it
is
hurts so bad.
I can't believe how much pain I'm in while he's doing it, and I'm just sitting there
no, I literally
trying
have
to just take it.
There's no way I'm at a cleaning and I'm saying in my head it will be okay. I will leave in the next hour.
Yeah, it's the most
yourself.
Casual thing you could do at the dentist office is just get a cleaning, but you're fighting for your life. Literally, oh my God.
I'm pinching myself, please.
And last time I was there too, I got 2 fillings because I have a cavity because sugar's awesome, and this not the nurse tech, but the dental
hygienist.
The dental hygienist that was there. They were tag teaming me, doing these fucking fillings. No pause. And she the sucky thing where she's okay, close, and then you it gets all the spit out of your mouth. I swear to God, she was trying to make me gag because she was sticking it on the back of my tongue, and I literally at one point I was I literally just gagged, and she was oh, are you okay? And I was
yeah.
No, you're fucking deep throating me with this shit.
I'm not okay.
Yeah, no, it was not cool, but fuck dentists.
It's also my actual dentist, the doctor, I have gone to since I was a little kid, and he comes to our work. I know him. So it's always that thing where it's it's just I don't want the dental hygienist to say that my gums suck and then I have to serve
Yeah, and then he comes and he's heard you aren't flossing. And I swear to fucking God, bro.
Exactly. And I am flossing. I promise.
I'm not good at flossing. I always forget. And then by the time I start again, it's I'm just...
It's a lost cause because the day that you don't floss, you're screwed.
Exactly. I have a friend who's a dental hygienist, and she told me that they did a study where if you had to choose to floss or brush, you should just floss.
Really?
Yeah, it's it does more than your toothbrush. Your toothbrush is just a once over, but getting in between your teeth is way more important.
And it makes sense because your teeth, when you drink something or eat something, they're getting the fronts of your teeth are not, they don't have idle food sitting there. In between your teeth, nothing is really touching that. So if you get food in there, it's just gonna rot.
Right. Exactly. Did you have braces growing up?
Oh yeah. I had messed up teeth, and I had braces for 3 years.
What was wrong with your teeth? Like
Everything. Like they were like all types of like crooked, and like I still do. If I don't wear my retainer every single night, I have a gap between my front teeth, and I have a metal bar between my front teeth too,
Oh, wow.
which doesn't do anything. And I just have like a metal bar, but it doesn't hold my teeth together, so I don't know what the point of it is. But yeah, I've had a lot of like oral. I had to get a surgery too, where they like, well, I don't know if we all want to hear about it, but like basically I had to get like part of my gums cut out to fix the gap, which is still there if I don't wear my retainer. So
whoa, yeah, that's intense.
Yeah, it's great.
I had braces for a long time, but never any surgeries except for like getting teeth pulled because I had extra teeth.
Oh,
That was like I had like an extra canine.
the shark teeth.
Yes, and it was like way up there, but then it started not being way up there, and it was like coming down.
It's like
for
down
real.
there.
Yeah. And so I had to get that tooth pulled to make room for it,
Okay.
and that sucked. I hate getting teeth pulled.
Yeah.
Like because they numb you up and everything, but you can like hear it.
Oh.
And same with wisdom teeth.
And you can feel like the vibration of it.
Yes.
Like
Did you ever
something's
get your
leaving.
wisdom teeth out?
No, and that's another thing they talked to me about today.
Hmm.
Because I was like, it's not causing me any problems. I've never had like pain there, and because I guess the way they grew in is completely perpendicular, so it's not growing up. Like they didn't grow in. Like they're growing sideways into my teeth, but they're just sitting there. Like they're not pushing or anything.
Well, that's good. I didn't really start getting any pain with it until like later, but it's kind of fucked for me because my jaw is fucked up. Like my teeth are kind of fine. I had braces for like forever.
Yeah.
And then my teeth, I didn't wear my retainers, so now they're all like whatever.
Yeah.
But good enough to like live with, and I think they look fine. But my wisdom teeth were growing in, and my jaw was like too small for my head, they would say. But like it took like literally a decade to get to that conclusion because I was always growing, and they're like, oh, we'll just see when you're older.
Yeah.
We'll see when you're older. They just kept saying it. And then eventually they were like, wow, your jaw's really messed up. I was like, I've been saying that since I was 8.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. Wow. But yeah, so my wisdom teeth were like at 22, like growing in and causing me like crazy pain. So I was like, all right, I'll get these out.
Shoot.
And then I go get x-rays, and they were like, you have an extra wisdom tooth, which is crazy because my sister has one too.
Wow.
On the same side, on the same same spot.
Crazy.
So yeah, I think we just had mad teeth.
Mad
for
teeth
some
to go
reason.
around, yeah.
Yeah, but I hate going to the dentist office and the doctor's office just in general.
Yeah. No, not fun. Like I think no one enjoys it, but it makes me more anxious than I think the average person.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really don't want to go.
Definitely. Did you ever have like headgear? Like the big thing?
No, I didn't. I had to do the like really severe like box elastics. So like my teeth were like kind of like elastic shut. Like they have like the hooks on the braces, and then I would have to do like double like X box elastics so you couldn't open your mouth.
And did you have to crank them?
Yes.
That was the worst shit. It was like a torture device.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You cranked them yourself, or you went in to get them cranked?
I think I went in to get them cranked.
You would have to go in and they would crank them a little tighter.
But I think,
like, oh
I'm trying to think because this was like long ass time ago, but I think I had a key. Like I think I could crank it, and I was supposed to crank it a little bit, like every night or something.
Did you have a palate expander?
Yes.
That's
because my jaw was always too small, like for my.
I never had to do that.
Well, that's good.
But my sister had to do that, and I remember being like, but I would have to go in and get my elastics like tightened, which was the same idea. And like for the whole next day, like you just can't eat anything. Like it hurts so bad.
Literally, you like can't open your mouth.
That's horrible.
It was, dude, that shit was ass. Like I remember having braces. Like I forget. It's almost like trauma. Like I forget that I had those because it was like 6 or 7 years. Like it was a long time I had braces.
Yeah.
And yeah. That shit was horrible. The bands was traumatic. Because, you get new fresh bands and you'd be like...
Yeah, literally.
Like, and my jaw's already fucked up. So that was like double whammy.
No.
Yeah.
Never going back.
It's the first time we've ever talked about dental health.
Dental health on the podcast.
Yeah, opening up with dental health. So make sure everybody out there, make sure you floss
and
your
go
teeth.
to the dentist.
Go to the dentist, even though it fucking blows.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Exactly.
So let's just get into like serving stuff because I think that's like
for sure
that's lit. So where have you worked? We work together at Little Moss now. Mm-hmm. So where have you worked as a server other than Little Moss?
So like literally nowhere. When I was my first job when I was like 14, 15, I worked with like a catering company. So basically you would just pull up like with your group to like a wedding, and we would just like I would like help prepare the food, but then that's where I learned how to like kind of like move like within like a group of customers and like serve them and ask them questions and interact with them.
Hmm.
And honestly, you had to like describe the food, you had to answer questions. Like that was like a really good foundational job, but it wasn't like serving per se. Like I was definitely giving food, but it wasn't like the culture of being a server in a restaurant. But that was like my basis. And then from there, I really just I didn't work specifically serving jobs, but I worked a lot of customer service jobs. So every job I had after that, I was like front desk answering the phone, like a gate guard, like talking to people, like it was like every job I had, there was never like me alone on my job. Like my job was just to help people. And like so while I wasn't technically just serving, I was like learning how to interact, how to help people, like serving is just problem solving. So basically like you can get those skills from anything where you have to like think quickly and like help someone out. But then I got my job serving at Little Moss 4 years ago. So
So how long did you do like customer service stuff before you started working at Little Moss?
So I started working at Little Moss when I was like newly 18. Um, and I finished my catering job. I'm trying to think, like, so probably like 3 years I was working like other jobs.
Nice.
I mean, when I was up at school at UNH, I was doing like a lot of customer service there because I worked at like the front desk in the Memorial Union building.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So, and that was all like, basically like all the clubs of the school would like come to me and be like, I want to have an event. Like, how do I deal with money and staffing and selling tickets and getting merch and printing out my flyers? And like, I just basically allocated like everything and like figured it out. So that was my job for a while at school. And then in the summers, I started at Little Moss, and literally like I started as just the busser and runner, and then I've just worked my way up the chain at Little Moss, basically.
Well, that's good.
That's all of my experiences there. Yeah.
So you've just been basically spamming customer service.
Oh yeah.
Like since you were 14.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a good basis though for serving, because you're right. Like you learn the problem solving,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds like even when you were like a security desk attendant, you were kind of taking on more responsibilities than just sitting there. Because I was an SDA at Framingham State when I went there, and I did like the night shift.
Yeah.
And I would literally just sit there and like just scan cards. Like that was it. And it was never more than that.
No, the joke about me doing that job is like I always somehow ended up like I'd be like, yeah, I work at the front desk, and then I would find myself like my friends would be like, Audrey, like what are you doing? Because I would be like at some odd event that was like I had a very weird role. Like like one time they were doing like a like Native American event, and I was like sometimes they would just come up to the desk and be like, oh Audrey, like go, they need staff, so just go. And I'd be like, okay. And I just found myself like in the middle of a drum circle with a mortar and pestle, like mashing grains. And I just remember sending my friend a picture, and I was like in this drum circle, like that's what I was doing. She was like, what are you doing? Like I feel like that job like sent me to do many a different thing. So like,
But why though?
I don't know. I guess understaffing just has ruled my life, and I just
ain't that the truth?
Yeah, for real. Like they just have you do anything when they're understaffed. So.
Yeah, because I know now like you do kind of a lot more than a server probably should. But I mean that's like out of necessity, because we're understaffed.
Totally.
But yeah, I mean it seems like you've always kind of done that, like working, like you've just taken on more than you should. Like why do you think that is? Like why do you think do you feel a need to do that, or do you think it just like falls on you and then you just go for it?
Definitely. I definitely feel like I have like there's a need to do that, because I think like any place I've worked, it's really interesting, like talking to people, and like this outlook on working is completely fine and valid. But I think a lot of people I've talked to feel that like working a job is like, I am here for the time I get paid for and I'm doing the job that I was hired to do, which is completely valid and that's so true. But they don't feel any obligation to the place they work. They don't let themselves get like, oh, we're understaffed tonight and we don't have enough servers. Like they're just like, well, I'm going to do my section. That's what I'm paid to do. I feel like I've never been able to take myself out of like my position there and be like, all right, well, I'm just doing like what I'm supposed to do. I feel like I always have that feeling that's like, all right, well, someone needs to take on more tables and like we need to make sure it's like excellent service. And like I feel like I just get really immersed in whatever job I'm working. And I think that's more meaningful because yeah, in the times when it sucks. But then in the times when you're doing a great job and like people are really happy with your service or like wherever you're working is really successful, there's so much more in it for you. You're like, oh, like I feel like partial to this. Like this means something to me. It's not just a job. Like if I'm spending every day there, like I want it to mean something to me. So I feel like, especially at Little Moss, I've been there for so long, like I cringe. I genuinely care like about people's experience. I really want them to enjoy like their dinner.
It's not cringe.
Like it's not, yeah. And I think like, I don't know if that just comes with like working there for a long time, but like that is why like if something's going wrong and like we need someone to take on an extra section or we need someone to step up and like do the extra work, like I'm not really thinking of it as like
I'm getting fucked.
I'm screwed. Yeah. I'm thinking of it as like, let me do what I can so that like things work out. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah.
While maybe I go home and I'm like, ugh.
Drat.
Oh, rats.
Yeah. No, but I think that like whole mentality is going to take you far. Like not even just in serving, because I know you don't necessarily want to serve forever.
Right.
But like that mentality of filling the gaps.
Yeah.
I think that's a core attribute of not just like a successful person, but like if you're ever to do something independently, like entrepreneurial, because that's all it is like there's a gap, and then there's like when you're starting, there's no one else to fill the gap. Like you just have to do it.
Yes.
So kind of already building those habits. So I think that's great. Like, where do you think you got that from?
My mom is like, shout out mom. She's like my entire life, she's very much been like, do the things that, like, doing the things you don't want to do is going to bring you so far. Like, doing something you don't want to do is going to bring you to success faster than doing all the easy stuff that you want to do. And I think that, like, in any of my hardest moments where I was like if I was super anxious for a presentation at school, instead of her advice being like, all right, like just go in there, get the bare minimum done and like go out, she was like, prepare like 3 times as much as you would have, go in there and do better than everyone else. And then you're not going to be scared to do it again. And I think like I've just learned that doing the hard work it does benefit you. Like the bare minimum is great, but like kind of putting a lot of effort in is really never going to not benefit you. So I think like I said, it's gonna like going all in on something is way more rewarding, not only like through your job and like being, I don't know, financially rewarded, but also like emotionally and like mentally. Like, oh, if you put your all into something, that's what you'll get back. So I guess like from my mom growing up, I also think just working at Little Moss, and let me just say, I always like talk crap and like give the bussers shit because I'm like, I was the only busser, but I was the only busser. Like I was like like, I think I just learned that, like, when I first started working there, like, if the table wasn't getting cleared or, like, the water glasses weren't getting filled by me, like, they weren't, like, it wasn't getting done.
Yeah, like they were going to be thirsty.
Like, yeah, they're, like, and it's going to be on me. So I think I just had that mindset, especially for my first year working there, that, like, I don't know, like, no one else is going to do it for you. And that's still, like, obviously I don't put that pressure on, like, the bussers there. Like, I'm not thinking of them as, like, you have to do everything for me. And I'm happy to do that stuff still. But I think, like, just working there that first year and being like, all right, I got to do stuff myself for it to get done, kind of gave me that mindset too.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's nice what you said about your mom. Like, that's a great thing to instill into your child, because I think that it's so true. Like, difficult tasks and even just difficult things that isn't necessarily a task, like in your career, but just like forcing yourself to do difficult things. Mm-hmm. I always feel like like my best self when I just completed something that fucking blows. Yeah. Like, whenever I go for a run, like, genuinely, that, like,
yes,
20 minutes after, and then the rest of the day, the 20 minutes after, I literally feel like high. Like, I feel like I smoked or something. Like, I'm just like, whoa, like, I like,
yes,
seeing everything different, especially like a long run that's really, really challenging you. And then the rest of the day, it's kind of like I feel like I look at it the day, even if it's like a crazy Saturday in the summer and it's like a really, really busy service, and I know it's just going to suck. I just look at it through the lens of, like, I ran this morning and that was horrible, and I was just like wanting to die the entire time. So this service is like nothing to me. Like, this is just like another day in the fucking park, you know?
Yeah.
Also, cold showers. I love taking a cold shower because that shit also sucks.
So yeah.
But
no, yeah, running
really wakes you up.
Such a good example of, like, doing a hard thing that really benefits you.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, I mean, except for y'all out there that, like, enjoy running. Like, this is coming from someone, like, I hate running. Like, I maybe like listening to the songs.
I don't
and, like,
think anybody likes running.
Anna.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments.
Anna might like running if Anna's watching.
No, but I feel like I've asked Anna, and we're talking about somebody who we worked with who like runs for college. Like, she is like crazy.
She's really good at running.
Yes, very incredible at running. But I think we were talking at family meal, and she was like, yeah, I don't like it. Like, I hate it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Anna. But yeah. Like,
I just remember her saying that, like, for me, like, the only thing that gets me hype about running is, like, the cue that I made beforehand to run to.
Right.
Because, like, I can, like...
the music.
Yes. Like literally. And my mind was just absolutely blown when Anna said that she didn't listen to music while she ran.
Oh, right. I
and
forgot
I was
about
like,
that.
whoa. So...
That's some psycho shit.
Whoa. And it's, like, it's not, like... a little lap around the track. It's like 13 miles.
Yeah, she's going like 13 miles at like a 7:45 pace. Like, pretty fucking insane.
Like, she's just listening to, like, the thoughts.
Yeah,
you know?
And that's just like a casual run.
Yeah, wow.
Like, just like, oh,
that's
I'm just going to go for a run today. Yeah, not even like competing or anything.
So crazy.
Yeah, but it does feel good though.
To do the hard things.
Yeah, I want to run. I wanted to run yesterday, but we were so busy. Now I'm like thinking about it.
Now
I'm going to run right after this.
Now we're going to go for a run.
Yeah. Part 2 of the podcast. We're going to sprint around the neighborhood and look weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, back to serving. So what do you think makes for like a great server? Like, I think it's not too hard to do the bare minimum. Like you said, like hi, can I take your order? Like, take the order, put it in, serve the food. Do you want dessert? Like, very bare minimum.
Yeah.
But like, how do you go above and beyond?
Yeah. So I think what I've learned is that people really want to feel special, and they really want to feel known and remembered, even though they're a stranger and you are going to forget about them in an hour and a half when they leave. But I think it's really important so in college, I, part of like one of the classes I took was basically like an intro to sales class, and you learned how to go in and have a conversation with someone and close a deal. And I was actually in like a sales competition where I had to do this. And it's so similar to serving because the first thing they teach you to do in sales is you walk in and you make like some comment about either like the person you're talking to, the room, like something about their company, like you establish something that has nothing to do with the deal you're about to talk about, but like you establish like a connection with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really important. Like people love to hear like, I don't know, like when you introduce yourself to them, like something special about today or a compliment to them. Like, and I'm not even just doing it like for a tip. Like it's like you just want to establish that kind of connection with someone before you spend like the next hour with them. That's how I see it, at least. So I think that it's important to be personable, not to be cold. And it's definitely important to think, like always be thinking ahead and put yourself in their shoes. So like people appreciate the most when not only like you bring their food that they ordered, but you also bring, like you heard them earlier talking about how they always want salt with their food. You bring them salt, you bring them the knife that they're going to use and maybe a spoon in case they want to use it. And you crumb their table because you notice there's crumbs, and you bring them the wine list because you heard earlier they might want to have wine with dinner. Like you just remember that stuff. And that just comes with time. I mean, at this point, like once you've been serving for a while, you can kind of look at someone and like be like, all right, this is what they're going to want, you know? But like just, I think always listening, like not eavesdropping, but listening to what they're saying, even when you're not talking to them, and observing, just being observant. Because I think the times that someone has like told me like, this was a really incredible dinner, like because of your service, I was kind of doing things almost in a way that like I knew, like of course I don't know them, but like in a way that maybe a friend would, which is kind of like silly to say. And I also want to say that where we work, like at Little Moss, it is easier to do that than like if we were working at this huge restaurant where we're just turning tables and like whatever, like Little Moss is just very different.
Yeah.
It's much more personal.
Yeah, it's a small dining room. It's only like 12 tables. If we have the patio open, it's, it can be a lot, but no, I understand what you're saying. But I think what you said about like eavesdropping, but not really, is like super core because I mean, my limited time serving at school also.
Yeah.
We were serving real guests and they were paying to be there. So it's like, it was simulated, but it was real. And my professor, shout out Professor B, said exactly that. She was like, your job is to like be kind of like a spy, and you're trying to like think about what that table is going to want in 2 minutes. Like what are they looking for? Or if they're regulars, like even more so, like the Sponbergs come to mind because they come to eat all the time.
Yes.
They always get 2 oysters. And sometimes Lisa will literally just like, they'll sit down, they'll get their water, and she will just send them 2
bottle
oysters.
Of Chardonnay on the table.
Yes, exactly. Chardonnay every time, send them the oysters right as they sit down before they're even like, because we just know. And then that little like detail just for that, like that's why they come once a week. Like there.
And I love that about Little Moss, that like it's like people feel like they're like known there, and it's very like, I don't know, like homey in that way. Like it's like, oh, we remember you, we remember like what you enjoy, like we literally just want you to have a great time, so we're gonna do this for you. Like
hospitality.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I think also like going back to like comparing a server who's kind of going above and beyond and then one who's kind of just doing the bare minimum, it's like that, like just being aware of like hospitality, like we're trying to make this person feel special, like you said.
Yeah.
I feel like is what makes that jump from like good to great as a server, because you really are, accepting them. Little Moss is like Lisa's house, like she lives there genuinely. It's like true. She really is like you accepting them into her home basically, and then trying to make them have the greatest night that they can, That's like everything.
And I think a really hard thing, like a hump that it actually took me a while to like get over, that is a little bit like humiliating, but you have to do it, is you kind of have to humble yourself and be like, I think newly serving, every time someone would ask me for something more than what I gave them, or do something like, oh, like, can you turn the music down, or like, can you get me a new napkin, or blah, blah, blah. Like, I would be like, like,
No, yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, one, I'm not doing a good enough job. Two, why are they asking me to do this? Like, I'm already doing so much for them. And I think like when I took myself out of that and I literally just accepted, like, I am here and it is literally my job to serve them and make sure they have a great experience. Like, once I got over that and I didn't take everything so personally, like, that was like important, because then like, now if someone asks me something, like, of course, like, what can I do? You know, like, which is a little bit, I don't know, but.
Yeah, me and Kaylee talked about that too, because I asked her a similar question, like, what do you think makes you like a good server? Because, you know, Kaylee, she's always like, I'm the best server here.
Yeah, you are, Kaylee.
But she said something very similar, where it's like, she kind of said, like, you take yourself out of it, and even if you're literally having the worst day, you have to, I mean, this kind of blows for like the front of house, but you really do kind of have to put on a good face, and like, you're being paid to make sure these people are, I mean, that's why it's called the service industry. We are literally serving people. Like, we are servants to these people who are coming in to spend money, and that's like the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
I always say, like the kitchen sees the worst side of everything, because the kitchen always gets like, when you were just super nice to someone and helpful while they were rude to you, and then like the only solace is that, you know, you get to like walk back and like talk mad shit. So like, it's like, oh, of course. And then you just go to the kitchen, like, oh,
like, oh, these fuckers.
Yeah.
No, but I think, I mean, it's good, because, you know, they can't. There's a veil. There's
show
a
it to show it to your friends and not.
Yeah, don't let it show.
Yeah.
Conceal, don't feel. Shout out Elsa. Frozen.
Shout out Frozen. Yeah.
All right. So, so how do you deal with a hard customer?
I really try not to be like spiteful, because I think one of my flaws is sometimes if someone's being really difficult, I will start to be a little passive aggressive. And like, I'm never gonna get mad at them, but I will start to just get really annoying. Like, I'll be like, and I really have to stop myself and just be like, I literally just need to listen to their words, take the emotion out of it, and just answer like the truth. Like, I think you just have to take like your anger out of it and be like, all right, this person doesn't know me. They have nothing personal against me. Their life has taught them things that led them to act this way, and I can't control that. So
true.
You literally just have to kind of be like, all right, like, this is gonna be a funny story later, but for now, I'm just gonna do the best I can.
I feel like
that's all you can do.
That's a good way to look at it. Feel like, this will be funny later, because you're acting so crazy right now that I will remember this.
Like, I'm so excited to like tell someone what you just said to me, because that's crazy.
No, because people really say crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, sometimes you guys come back and tell me what someone said, and I'm like,
no,
why are they still here?
Someone starts telling me something crazy, and I get giddy, because I'm like, I'm about to like, I'm about to expose you.
About to go spill the tea.
Yeah, literally.
I hate when people are rude to servers, and like, it's just why? Like, they're literally, as we just said, like, you're there to serve them, so there's no reason to like be rude to this person who's literally just like at your beck and call. Like, you're literally just trying to help them have a great night, and then they're just like treating you like shit. Like, that's I feel like the hardest part.
Yeah, and I think that just also stems from like, and a lot of the people we serve at Little Moss, like, they just don't have any experience with like the service industry at all. They don't know how it works. Like, they truly walk in there and they know they're gonna get food on their table if they order it, but they don't know anything else. Like, and like, it just comes from like, their anger just comes from kind of like not knowing, like, which sucks, because I can't get that mad, because when they ask me like why their food isn't out like 4 minutes after they ordered it, I'm like, okay, maybe you think it was like already made or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
like but I can't be that mad because you like don't know. So.
Yeah, and we're like really. I mean, we do everything from scratch there, so it's like it takes some time to like.
Like, I'm like, it's gonna take a few minutes, but it's gonna be like delicious. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Some people just want it quick.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like,
quick.
This is not the place.
Yeah, I mean, we try.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not always super fast.
I don't know
No,
what they expect.
I don't either. People are fucking crazy. And
Oh,
it always makes me sad when you guys come back and then you guys are like visually upset about
Yeah.
something that happened, because it's like, it's not like we can go out there and be like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
leave.
yeah. But
Yeah.
it's always really sad because you guys are just all doing your best, you know?
Yeah.
So be nice to people when they're serving you.
Just be nice to people in general.
Yeah.
Like, I don't,
Facts.
like, when is it ever, like, I don't know. Like, listen, if I, as your server, was, like punched you in the face, like, that, like, sure, be mean, like, defend
Crash out.
yourself.
Yeah,
but, like,
crash out.
when I, like, forgot your fork, like, it's a genuine mistake. Like, I'm just slow. I don't know. Like,
Yeah. Speaking of crash outs, we know someone mutually. Won't say who or where, but do you want to? I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Do you want to just like share that story and how fucking insane it was?
yeah. Should I just, like, get into all the details of it, or
Yeah.
just, like, an overview? We just had, like, someone working with us. We had someone working with us this past summer who, honestly, for a majority of the summer, like, I think we all really enjoed.
Big
Like,
time.
they were
Yeah.
like a great addition to the team, and I don't think I ever saw anything like how it ended coming. But I think it just was like, it showed kind of like a lot of the time the people you work with, like, you don't know what's going on with
Yeah.
them in their everyday life. Like, people can conceal a lot. But pretty much towards the end of the summer, like, this person just started going a little bit downhill, and we had an event going on at the restaurant. So it was a little bit of like a different service. And we were just a bit underprepared for it. Like, I don't think we had prepped like the servers enough. Like, the servers didn't really know the menu that well. Like, we could have prepared better for it.
Yeah.
But
We also didn't really know what was going on in the kitchen either.
Yeah.
It was like we kind of showed up and it was like figuring it out on the fly, day one of this 3-day event. Like,
yeah, right. And another important thing, just like to understand my point of view, is coming in this summer, other than a couple people in front of house, maybe, yeah, a couple people in front of house, like, everyone else I had worked with the other 4 years, like, were pretty much gone. Like, it was a completely new turnover of
Mhm.
staff. So
Exactly.
when I was coming in, a lot of the time, which I'm completely okay with, like, I trained everyone, and I was even like helping people who were above me. And they kind of leaned on me a lot. Like, they would rely on me for help with stuff, which is great. I'm really happy to help most of the time. But
it's also like going back to what we were talking about earlier. Like, you really did start taking on like you're doing the POS buttons, like you're doing cash tips. Like, you're kind of taking on the role.
Yeah. Like,
of-
I expected when I'd come in, I would have my section, and I would also probably be helping all of the new people with their sections and troubleshooting problems at their table. And like, if their table had a question about wine, I was going to their table. Like, you know what I mean? So it was just like, I think a lot at the time. Like, I was happy to help, but I needed there to be like a solid structure around me, and there wasn't. So basically during this event, this person kind of just had like a huge crash out, and had been drinking and kind of just freaked out on everyone.
Mhm.
But a lot of it seemed to like, when the person above me kind of falls, like, I'm next in line. So when everything was like breaking down and people were like, customers were very upset and like everything was failing, it ended up like kind of resting on me to like troubleshoot, which I love to solve a problem, but like, it was nothing I could come close to solving in the moment.
Yeah, there was no way to solve the situation. I mean, it
Yeah.
was courtesy of like who knows how many shots of
tequila. Yeah.
Like, it was
yeah, it was pretty brutal. And I mean, it's super sad because like, it's just super embarrassing, because none of the other servers, like all the other servers, were doing completely fine. Like, the night was, it sucked, but we were doing okay, and we would have been okay. But yeah, it was just this one crash out that tore us down. And it's funny now because like funny things were said, and like literally crazy, like
it was an insane
crazy
night.
things happened, and we can laugh about it now. But at the time, it was like, nothing has ever been worse than this.
Yeah.
Like, it's horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Everybody was
Oh,
like
yeah.
crying,
It
and
was literally like a trauma bond. Like
Yeah.
our staff like was like, oh my gosh, yeah.
yeah, that was a rough one. But I think what you said at the beginning of that is like perfect. It's like you never know what's actually going on
Yeah, in someone's life.
until
yeah.
you kind of see the full
Mhm.
full display,
Yeah.
you know, and who could have expected?
I-
It was, yeah. And this
I truly
this
didn't
wasn't just
expect
like a random like event too. It was like an event we had been planning for a long time. And our chef was like really excited about it. And that's what really upset me was I was kind of like, you know, this is really disappointing for
Yeah.
people who are excited about what we were doing because it was an exciting event. And it kind of just was all
Yeah.
like outshone by this person kind of,
Yeah.
you know, making it about themselves.
I know, it was so bad.
It was.
so bad.
I
Like
know.
every time I rethink about it, I'm like, wow, that's bad.
Can't even believe it happened.
Like I can't
And we were
believe that
so
happened.
confused in the kitchen because again, we had no like idea what we were doing when we came in that day. We
Yeah.
just had like 5 hours to get it all done. And so service was also like, we're still trying to work out the kinks. And we were so tied up in the kitchen, understaffed. And we like didn't even know it was happening until later when I could like I could see it in everybody's face coming in. But
I think like so the reason that like everything went to shit basically is like the main flaw with everything was when they had this event, it was like a multi-course event. It took
Yeah.
longer than a regular turn. And we had never done anything like this before, so no one in the reservations updated the turn time. So people's reservations were back to back, and they only had like an hour and a half to eat like a 5-course meal. So basically, like, you know, there's like 2 turns, and the whole second turn that shows up around like 7:30 showed up at 7:30, and the reservations before them weren't even halfway through their dinners. So we just literally had like a group of people who thought they would be able to sit down at 7:30 at like 8:30 standing outside, like super angry. And I mean, that puts like crazy pressure on anyone. Anyone who has to deal with that many like upset people is going to crack. But when you are intoxicated and probably had something else that was weighing on you too, like it was like the perfect storm for
yeah.
anger.
Yeah. And this was like a proper crash out. We're talking like, I mean, I don't want to get like too specific, but like sitting on the floor in the dining room during service, screaming,
Yeah.
drunkenly crying to customers, like touching customers. And I think like the worst part was because you, like you said, like you kind of, at that moment, we just had a full staff turnover. Some people really left. You kind of were like stepping up. And I think a lot of the negative stuff was kind of just like directed at you because you were next in line.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't think that was cool. Like, I remember like you leaving that night just like very distraught. And I was like this, you're like 22, like you're so like bright. And I feel like you're so nice to everybody. And like, you just don't deserve to be treated like that. And that was just like super upsetting.
Yeah, it was definitely like a little bit of a wake up call. I mean, there was a little bit of like build up before that for me, just because like while I'm happy to help everyone, like I did feel like I was being like it was weird to not have really a title or like any like recognition for the fact that I was like training everyone and doing all this extra work. Like it felt weird because it was like, oh, this is expected of you. But it was almost like, I don't want to say like weaponized incompetence, but like it was like I just don't know how to do this, so you have to do it or else it won't get done. And it wouldn't be like, I'm learning how to do it, I just need help learning. It would be like, okay, you go do this because I don't know how to do it. And then it would be like, but then like it would be like, oh, like you're the best, like I couldn't run this place without you, like you're awesome. And then like, which would make you feel good, but then you'd be like, oh.
No, I think weaponized incompetence is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like that's kind of what it was a little bit.
Yeah, like a little bit. Like I'm sure like the learning would have been there eventually, but at the time it was like, there's no end to this. You know, I'm going to do this forever.
Yeah. That was a rough night. But I think, the rough nights make you appreciate the chill Sunday services when we have like 40 on the books.
Well, there you go. Like, and also like even after that, we had a lot more like that person then left, and it was like, whoa, like we're missing a huge part of our team, but we were completely okay.
Yeah,
like
actually
it's
better off.
Better. Yeah. We like I genuinely feel like we had less people and less like, I don't know, management, but like literally we were doing completely fine, and like there was so much less pressure and stress. Like like the whole entire vibe of like the night was just like, all right, we're all friends and we're gonna do it together and get through it. Like
exactly.
It wasn't like I'm scared.
Yeah, no. That's like I hate the social pressure that comes with negativity at work, because like I've had some times where I definitely was projecting onto people, not at Little Moss, but somewhere else, and I was projecting that they like didn't like me, or that they thought I was just dumb or stupid, because I was, and I was just like starting my career. But definitely just projecting this negative stuff on them, so then I wouldn't talk to them, and then I'd feel like they didn't like me and all this stuff. And then I would just get extremely anxious before going to work. And I'm not really like an anxiety guy. Like it's never really been me. And I didn't know I was projecting, but Sayana, like I told her about it, and she was just like, you're literally like, you are destroying this relationship before it even starts, because you're not talking to this, you're projecting and you're not talking to them. Like she was like, just try to like say hello to them in the morning and like figure it out. And then I started asking questions to them, saying hello every morning. And then by the end, it was like, it's one of my favorite people I worked with. So it's like
perfect example, by the way, of doing the hard part to get to the good part.
Yes, exactly. Because it's scary. Like I was talking to a chef that I was really intimidated by, a full blown like chef. And I was like an extern in like a lot of times chefs like look down on people if they didn't go to culinary school. If you're in culinary school, they're like, oh, you're wasting your time, wasting your money. So it's like, there is like tension, but as soon as I kind of was like, okay, like I'm not going to project on this guy anymore, and I was able to just ask questions. Like he was just so generous with his knowledge and so kind. And it's like, oh, like, wow, most people are like not assholes. You just have to kind of ask and, ask to be taught, because nobody's going to reach out and teach you something. Like you have to.
Knowledge takes the fear out of so many things. Like just like learning and knowing is so much better feeling than like not knowing, because like your mind's just gonna make up so many like narratives that aren't even true. Like you're thinking this guy's super scary just because of the lack of communication, and then once you talk to him and he's just a cool guy. And it's
like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because like genuinely I was creating a lack of communication.
For real,
like he totally would have been down from the beginning to probably do that, but I was just like, he doesn't like me, like literally.
No, don't bring the character.
No, but like dead ass, like so don't project. That's the moral of the story here. Don't project negative things onto people, and just let them, be a positive person.
If something feels super negative and you don't have concrete evidence for its negativity, it could just be you creating it
in your head. Yeah.
Very common.
That's like, I mean, the time in my life when I was the most anxious, I would say, was then, and it's like it was totally just like me. Like I was in my head and just making things bigger than they should have been, and thinking people were out for me, when it's like, who the fuck cares what I'm doing? Like, I'm literally an unpaid intern. Like I'm literally just here. Nobody gives a fuck about what I'm doing. Like, Well, I'm glad that whole situation is behind us, though.
Oh yeah.
Because that was
definitely like a big learning experience.
Oh yeah.
Though. Like one, I think I learned that like literally the worst can happen and we'll all be fine. It'll all be okay. And two, just like everyone is a lot more capable than they think.
Yeah.
Like,
because you're right. As soon as this person we're talking about left, there was kind of a void in management a little bit, but
everyone was able to like step up.
Yeah. I mean, the next 2 days of that event, we dialed in the kitchen, so we were less stressed back there. And then everyone just like came together in the front of house in like a really beautiful way. Like you said, like everybody was kind of like, okay, like we're in this together, even though we have to do more right now. So everybody kind of had to like have that mentality we talked about earlier, where it's like, you're not just doing the bare minimum. Like you actually have to do more right now, because we literally have 3 people and we're fully booked. But like Sergio, who also did the podcast, shout out Sergio. I remember that second and third night, he was working cold side. He was polishing. He was running food, like genuinely all over the fucking map. Like he was running food. He was doing this and that. Like if I needed an expo, he'd come on, he'd sell a ticket. Like he really stepped up.
Yeah.
So
shout out Sergio.
Shout out Sergio. But I think that, definitely a big learning moment.
It's also like another thing you learn too is like they say with kids, like kind of like, you know, the videos where like a kid hits their head, but then immediately the mom's like, yay, and then they like don't cry.
Yeah.
Like it's like do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I've seen the opposite too, where it's like they like someone will go like this, and they'll be like, oh, yeah. And then they will be like,
yeah. Well, like I think it's the same thing. Like if you like with the customers, if something's going very wrong, but you are just so like you like ooze positivity, and you're just like, oh, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be great. They're like, it's gonna be great. Like if you like bring if you just bring negativity to like the door the second they step in, or if you show that like you're super anxious and everything's going wrong and their dinner's gonna suck and blah blah blah, like their dinner's gonna suck, you know? Like,
right, exactly.
Like literally, like you just like that's another thing I learned too. Like if you just are positive and you literally just try to keep your like, I don't know, your composure, people will usually be a lot more happier than if you're like showing them how bad it is.
For sure. And that, I mean, I like what you said earlier, where it's like the worst can happen. Like I cannot genuinely think of a worse situation for that particular night because, you know, we had it planned for a long time, which it didn't feel like because we were so underprepared.
I didn't know about it till the day before.
Right. Like, I mean, none of us knew about it, but it was planned for a long time and people were excited about it. And then, I mean, like a public drunken breakdown, literally on the floor, in the middle of the dining room, peak service with, you know, there was like a guest chef that we were doing it with and like in front of the guest chef.
Oh
like,
my gosh, yeah.
Could not think of a worse happening because at least if someone crashes out in the kitchen, it's behind a door.
Yeah.
This was like in the center of the dining room.
This was like dinner and a show.
Oh yeah, like big time. So yeah, I mean the worst, that is like worst case scenario, like guests seeing it.
Yeah.
And we still brought it back.
Yeah.
And we had some people come into like in the following weeks and they were like kind of asking about it.
Yes.
They didn't really want to ask about it. And they all kind of were like, you guys were really professional. Like we still had a great night, like despite what we were kind of seeing. So I think that's really good that we were able to sort of recover there.
And this is like kind of like a random segue, but talking about like keeping composure, like while that's happening and people still enjoying it, the place I learned that genuinely is through ballet. And I don't know if I've talked about doing ballet with you, but
I know I have it written right here, dance ballet.
lit.
But I have never we never talked about it, but I did want to ask you about it. So
yeah,
just tell me about your experience.
Yeah. So I did ballet my entire life, like since I was 1.5 years old. And
do you still do it now or?
Well, it's very odd. So I went to New Bedford Ballet. It's like not like the studio is literally just you study ballet. Like I learned modern and contemporary dance, but I didn't learn like jazz or tap or anything like that. Like I would go and I would have 3.5-hour classes where it would just be ballet, point work, and then like learning famous variations, or like it was very classical. So I didn't compete or anything. I just did like classical ballets, which I make that like I differentiate between that and the other type of like competitive dance, because I do think the things you learn are very different. But a lot of my discipline that I bring into like my everyday life is from growing up doing ballet. It's like all of it is discipline, and the biggest part of ballet is that ballet hurts super bad. It is super hard, and you will never it is a compliment for someone to tell you that what you just did looks easy. So like you will never see a ballerina expressing their discomfort and hurt while they're doing something. Like in some sports, you know, like it's kind of tough if like they're like they just beat someone up and then they're like, oh, like that hurt, and they're showing it's like, wow, they just like they did that. But in ballet, it's so the opposite. It's like they just did something super hard and they aren't even breathing heavy. And it's like putting on that face and showing that something you just did like barely phased you is really the beauty of it. So I think doing that like my whole life, like really prepared me for like moments, especially where like if someone's being super rude to me or something goes super wrong and I just realized when I got to their table like I literally didn't put someone's entree in and like everyone has it except for them. It's like it's times like that where that kicks in and I'm like,
yeah, like can't let it show.
Oh, it's gonna come out in a minute. Like I think I learned a lot of that from ballet. But yeah, so I danced for like 17 and a half years.
That's crazy.
Well, actually, now I've danced for 21 years. But I danced for 17 and a half years. And then I went to college and I auditioned for and got into my college's ballet company. And I was with the ballet company for the years that I was in college.
Slay.
Yeah. Which was super cool because like it was very different from like growing up. I got to meet all different types of dancers and like I felt like a lot of the time like at my ballet school you progressed by grade. And once you got to high school, the top 4 levels were all in one class. So the freshmen were with the seniors, and by the time you were a senior you had taken that highest level class 4 times in a row, like each year. And I really felt like my senior year of high school, like I plateaued. Like I had my skills I had since I was a freshman, but like I didn't get better. But when I went to college and I danced with all new people and like I talked to these people who had also danced their entire lives and done ballet but learned how to do certain steps in different ways, like I improved so much. It was so cool. So I definitely think that like college dance is where I learned majority of my skills like pertaining to that. But yeah, I mean I love ballet and I definitely like I would love to teach it. I don't know, it's super demanding. It's not like your body just hurts every day and you have to do it every day. It's not like, well, you don't have to do it every day. You don't have to be the best dancer ever, but I don't know, sometimes I can be a little bit of like a perfectionist, and when I'm doing something like ballet, like I want to be good.
Do you think you had that like always, or do you think that you got that trait from doing ballet so much and you kind of developed like I need to be perfect?
It's very like that's a good question because I don't remember any time in my life where I didn't do ballet. So
yeah, that's why I asked,
because
it's like it's almost like you didn't even have a choice because you're 1.5. You technically can't really make
start skipping.
No, dead ass.
Yeah.
But like
I know. I think about that because I mean that ties in too to like being at work and being like, all right, I got to do literally the best I possibly can, and I've always been like that. Whether it's good or if it's a flaw, like I have to feel like I'm like gonna be the best at something, like always. And this is not me saying I'm always the best. I'm definitely not always the best.
I understand what you're saying.
But like I have that feeling. That,
yeah, and you're striving.
Yes. Like I need to remind myself often to strive to just do the best I can rather than be better than everyone else.
Yeah, because that doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't matter at all.
That's why I've personally, like, I always was jealous of people like you that kind of were almost forced to do something like that intensely growing up, because I was like a chronic quitter growing up. Like I can't tell you how many instruments I played, how many sports I've done, how many clubs I've been a part of, started. Like I've done so many different things. And my dad always used to say there's like 2 types of people. There's people who are an inch wide and a mile deep. And there's people that are a mile wide and an inch deep.
Yeah.
And I thought about that like really intensely for a long time, particularly when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. Like when I was around like 20, like I was in college, but didn't like what I was doing, switched majors 3 times. Like I felt like I was a mile wide and an inch deep. And I so desperately wanted to be an inch wide and a mile deep. Like I was like, I want to be really good at something.
Yeah.
I actually had this like dream that I like, this is like super personal, but I had this dream that there was a talent show, and my grandmother passed away a long time ago from Alzheimer's. So she's dead in real life. But I knew she was going to be there in this dream in the audience. And I was up next, and I realized like, what am I gonna do? Like, and this is when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. Like this was my like core struggle. And like before culinary school, before I decided I wanted to really like focus on food, like I liked food, but I wasn't there yet. And I just had this realization that it's like, I just don't have anything that I'm intensely interested or good at. And that dream like kind of destroyed me.
Yeah.
And like I woke up and I was like, I need to just pick something and get good at it. Like that's what I want to do. Because at that point all I really was doing was just like playing video games and like fucking off. Like but no, I mean that like I think about that all the time, because then I started thinking about it differently from what do I want to do with the rest of my life? What do I want my career to be? And it was, what skill do I want to acquire? Like what is something I can lose myself in and become talented at? Because I wanted that. Like that's what I wanted, was something that I can be good at.
Yes.
And then, it's been 5 years since then, and I'm, getting better at cooking every day. And it's just like, I go back to that dream, because it's like, I'm proud of myself for improving at something this intensely in this amount of time.
It's amazing.
But no, like some people don't like it because they're like, oh my, like, this is not racist at all. But a lot of my Asian friends are forced to do things when they're children. And they're like, dude, fuck this. I don't want to fucking play piano.
Yeah.
Like I don't. And they like, I think, especially around college time, they're like, I want to kind of do my own thing and figure out who I am and not just what my parents want me to be. But I was always like jealous of those kids in like a weird way. Cause I was like, I want to be good like you are.
I think I actually have a funny story about like going to college and being like, I'm doing my own thing. Like I totally did that. And there was definitely a million times where I like told my mom, I'm like, I'm quitting. Like this sucks. Cause like, it's all like, I didn't go to like my ballet was every single day of the week except for Sunday, and really kind of long hours. Like my friends were the girls at ballet, and I spent like my free time doing homework like in the dressing room. Like I like lived there, and I cherish that so much. You have such a deep connection, and like you spend all your time doing something. But like I would talk to my friends, they'd be like, we're going to the football game, we're gonna go to the mall. And I'm like, I literally can't do any of those things. And so I think by the time and my mom like kept me, which thank you mom, kept me doing ballet until I graduated. And when I went to the University of New Hampshire, and as a freshman, I didn't enroll in any ballet classes. And I was like, I'm not choosing to go to ballet every day. Like, are you crazy? Like, I'm taking a break. I can still be active, And literally, my funny story is that I lasted one semester and I enrolled in a ballet class because I realized that literally my entire life was structured around doing something and then going to ballet every single day. Like I would be at class, like not enrolled in any ballet class. I would be at class and be like, all right, like I would be thinking about ballet later. And like, I didn't have ballet later. And then like, I had an identity crisis because people would be like, oh yeah, like I'm going to dance. And I'll be like, oh, I do dance. And they'd be like, oh, where? And I'll be like, I don't do dance. like right, it was like literally part of my identity that I felt was being forced on me, but no, like it was me. Like it was part of me. And I'm so like, and then I ended up enrolling in a ballet class and joining the company and making some of my best friends at school. So I think it's really interesting. Like it is really nice to have your thing. But I definitely can relate to like when you have the freedom to not have to do your thing, like trying to figure out like, is this actually me or
Right,
am I forced to do this? Like,
yeah, are you forced to do this thing, or
do I like this?
yeah, or like have you done it? Yeah, I mean, it's hard because it's like you have to like look within yourself. You're like, okay, I literally like didn't have a choice when I started this. Like you probably weren't even conscious. Like you were, like
just little baby.
seriously, and did it your whole life, and then finally you have this freedom. And you're like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
But then you just go right back to it.
It's really like, do I like this or am I good at this?
Mm.
Which is like, because things that you're good at are easy, and things that are easy you like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think I'd really like, I talk about like how I plateaued my senior year of doing ballet, and I did it because it was easy. I didn't feel like I was progressing. I didn't feel like I was getting a lot out of it. It was just what I did. But when I went to college and I had the choice to do it, I think that's when I started to get like a lot of meaning. Like I wanted to learn and I wanted to be better, like for myself, kind of. Like I got a lot more meaning once it was up to me, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Because at that point you had chosen it.
Yeah.
Like now you're like, okay, I know what it's like without it.
Yeah.
And I miss it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, that's very like
yeah.
like, what's the word? Like fulfilling, because you were forced to do it and then you finally got the freedom and then you chose. So now you can really enjoy it for yourself. And not like, I'm not doing this for my mom. I'm not doing this because this is all I do. It's like, no, yeah, like you genuinely want to do it. And I think that's probably why you started improving more in college too, because now it's no longer like you're going through the motions.
It's like motivation behind it.
Yes, exactly. And I felt something very similar. Like when I I loved school and everything I did once I was in culinary school. And then I did 2 years at some restaurants I like wasn't really stoked about working at. But I kind of was challenging myself to be like, can I do this if I'm not interested? Like if I'm not excited about it? And once after 2 years at 2 different places, I was kind of like, okay, I can do this if I don't like it. But now I'm never going to do that again.
Right.
I'm only going to work where I'm interested and excited.
Yeah.
And that led me to Little Moss because we get to just be creative and Lisa's awesome. But it's very like, it's very fulfilling to kind of go through that process of giving it up.
Right.
You know, like, and it's crazy that you almost you had like a phantom hobby.
Yes.
Like literally. That's kind of crazy.
I know. I was like, all right, what do you do? Like after class, y'all go home? Like, do you go like on your phone? Like what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I think there is something to be said though, just to take it back to like when you were talking about how you didn't have like a thing. I remember I had a really good friend growing up and I would always be going to ballet and she would be like, I wish I don't have a thing to go do. And I would be so jealous of her because I'd be like, dude, like you get to do whatever you want. Like you get to choose. Like you can be good at anything you really put your mind to. And it's interesting to hear like the flip side of like, okay, but I wanted something to be good at. Like it's definitely just grass is always greener because I was totally so jealous of people that could just kind of like dabble in whatever they want to do, and you're gaining like such a broad spectrum of like cool stuff, like cool knowledge. Like someone could just like I can tell you literally every single thing you need to know about like every step in ballet, but like we could be having a conversation and I'm sure you would have some like random knowledge that I would have no clue about, and it's just because you tried a bunch of stuff. So like,
but again, it's like the grass is always greener because I look at that as like, oh, but I'm not like it's like I'm okay at a bunch, but I'm not great at anything.
Right.
But I mean, it goes back to like that proverb: inch wide, mile deep, mile wide, inch deep, and neither of them are wrong. I think that's where I was wrong. Was I thought that like not being extremely deep in something made me like lesser.
Right.
But actually neither of them are wrong. And like some of the most incredible people I've ever met have done exactly what I did, where they just do like a bunch of random shit. And then it's like,
totally.
Like, I mean, I genuinely, like I played saxophone, piano, trumpet, Fucking, I wanted to play bongos. I did ukulele, guitar. That's just instruments. I did fucking multiple martial arts. I did so many sports. Like, all over the fucking map. I wrestled, jujitsu, taekwondo, karate. Like, you fucking name it, I've probably done it. But not intensely.
That's like some lore though. Like, that's like when you ask your parent like a question, they're like, yeah, well, I did like 17 activities, and you're just like, how?
Yeah,
like,
and you never know, because like if I pick up a fucking saxophone, I'm like, like, I don't know. I think the only one I really regret not sticking with is piano. Like, I did piano for like 5 or 6 years. That was the only instrument I really got deep into, other than ukulele. I actually played ukulele a lot because that was just like fun. But I miss it. But now I'm stoked because I just bought that keyboard off Danny, our sous chef that just moved away. Rip Danny. But now I like have a piano in the house, so I'm like very excited because.
Did you know that I play piano too?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I took piano lessons for. I've actually like, it's so funny because the things I've grown up doing like sound so posh. Like my 3 things that I
did
grew
ballet and piano
and horseback riding.
Horseback riding.
So
Sienna mentioned that, but I didn't know.
Yes.
Like if you did that a lot.
Oh yeah. So when I was a kid, like I was obsessed with like I was a horse girl. Like some people are like
full disclosure.
Like some people are like, oh, like I was just like a girl who loved horses. Like no, I was a horse girl. Like that was me. Like I galloped and stuff.
Watched Spirit a lot.
Oh, I had a huge Spirit poster in my room. And instead of like a dollhouse, like I had a barn.
That's funny.
So yeah. But loved horses. For my 6th birthday, my mom got me horseback riding lessons right down the road. Like there's a farm down the road from me. And I horseback rode for a pretty long time, like probably over 5 years at least. Well, let me do the math. Oh yeah, like almost 10 years. Oh.
5, 10.
Yeah.
10, yeah.
10. But like less than that though. And I also did 3 years of piano lessons, and it all came down to like, okay, like ballet becomes more inclusive. You don't have any time for anything else. You have to choose. So I chose ballet. And I didn't keep horseback riding, but I've kept playing the piano ever since. I'm not like super spectacular at it, but I love playing the piano. I play a little bit of guitar too. And like, piano's the one thing that like, I allow myself to not be perfect at. I'm not gonna like, you watch like those crazy pianists, like concert pianists, and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish like I could play like this. Like, this is beautiful. But I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna be able to play like this. So I kind of just am like, all right, I'm gonna play my favorite song. Like, and that's enough. Like, I just really enjoy doing it.
I think there's something really beautiful about that, because I did piano lessons. My little brother did too. My stepbrother Graham. We were at the same studio, started with the same instructor, but he like really took to it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, he went to school for like sound design. Like
wow,
he's like currently still doing it. He started when he was like 4 or 6, like very young. He got like this Russian instructor, Rasa, who was incredible. And we would go to her concerts.
Yeah.
And she was like a fucking savant, like really extremely talented. And so Graham just like really took to it and was playing these extremely complicated pieces, playing pieces from like video games we had played.
Oh, cool.
And I kind of never made it past like the intermediate level, which made me sad. Like I was jealous, but also I understood it. It's like, well, I'm the one who's like, I don't want to go to piano today. Yeah. Like, and that's, I'm not putting in the like hard work. Like he was locked. I wasn't. But also now, like in retrospect, I'm competing with someone who is literally designing music for video games. Like I'm competing, like he's my brother.
Yeah.
But like I was like subconsciously like, oh, I'm competing with Graham. But it's like there was never a competition because he's in this shit.
Yeah.
And I was just doing it as like an extracurricular activity.
Yes.
But no, I think it's okay to not be perfect at, everything you do.
Oh yeah, totally. I think like I accepted that with my sister too, because she is super big into musical theater and like she actually did ballet with me growing up, but then she left ballet and she like went to like a singing, acting, dancing kind of like place that she took super seriously, and she's just really passionate about it. And like we've all like my family like sing together. We all like singing. We're like musical. I feel like we talked about how your family's musical too. But like my sister actually went and got like trained and is like a super good singer. So I think I've kind of like I'm like, okay, I don't have to be like a perfect singer. Like she actually does this and like cares more than me. And I don't have to compete with her.
And that's like, okay. You don't need to like,
Charlotte, you're better than me.
You don't need to like make your life then
okay,
about like, I need to beat my sister, because then it's like, well, if you don't actually
like I'm not going to the singing lessons.
Right, exactly. Like, I don't think anyone should force himself to do things just to compete with like people in your life. But I like doing things that it's just like fun, like genuinely, and like you enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you like had that realization with ballet, because it sounds like it's a huge part of your life. Like, and now you're doing it because you love it, not just Are you still doing it now, even after college?
I don't have anywhere to do it. And I've actually that's been like a big thing I've been thinking about, because I'm like, I mean, it's true. Like the longer you don't do it, like I'm losing like to maintain that level of like flexibility and like openness and like your hips and like strength. Like I haven't danced since May. So I like.
Hasn't been too long.
But you'd be surprised. Like literally, like when we would have like a 2-week break at my ballet school, like in high school, like you would come back and we would have to have an easy first class, because like the level at which you're moving your body, it like you have to do it every day to maintain it. Like because some people are naturally flexible. I'm actually not. Like I was one of those kids that like I have my splits, but like. They were forcing me down. It wasn't like, oh, she's naturally flexible. Like when I don't do my splits, like
you lose it.
They're going. So you can always get that back, but like as you get older too, it's like I think I have to something really tough, because ballet is like my thing that I want to be the best at. And I think something really hard that I've come to accept is I might have to like step back and be like, all right, like the way I danced this past spring might be the best I ever danced in my whole life. I will never like get better than that. Because I don't anymore have the like privilege of having constant access to ballet. I don't have the privilege to like shape my life around it anymore. And I need to find a new way to appreciate it that isn't like so I don't know, focused on like the hard physical aspect of it, and maybe more like I can find fulfillment in teaching younger kids in a way that like helps them, or choreographing like meaningful dances that mean something to me. And even though I'm not the one dancing them, I can find like fulfillment in watching a really good dancer like doing something that I created. Like I think there's other ways to still have it be in my life, but I think I've let go of the idea of like, let's find a new studio and lock in. Like I can't do it again.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So.
I mean, I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Like.
It's hard though, because people ask me all the time, like, are you still dancing? It's like, what do you say? Like, I'm like, yeah.
Well, that kind of segues into, you just graduated college. And I think that there's a lot of pressure put on 18-year-olds to know what they want to do with their life you are going to college or not. You went to college. What did you study?
Communication, and I focused in business.
Nice. I think business is good, like area to focus in, because it teaches you a lot about the world, like not just something specific. But do you feel that pressure now graduating, like you need to know what you want to do forever?
Yeah, no, definitely. Even just what I want to do next. Like, I think I've come to the conclusion that like, okay, the next job I get isn't my career. It doesn't have to be forever. Like the jobs I have, I will learn from, and they will lead me to where I'm supposed to be. Like I've come to terms with that. So I less feel like the pressure of like choose like what you want to do. But I definitely like am feeling the pressure of like the next part of my life isn't told to me, and I have to kind of figure it out on my own. Like that part is definitely scary, and I don't want to waste any like years of my life. So like it's like, what if I pick something that I really don't enjoy, you know? Like I think that's my fear. Like I could be doing something that doesn't pay a lot of money, but if I'm not learning from it and I'm not enjoying it, like I just would hate that. And so I think I've just been trying to focus on job market's tough. Like I gotta take what I can get. But I think I've been trying to focus on like what type of job would like fulfill me? Like what would make me feel that feeling where like I'm at work and I'm in it and I care about what I'm doing, like we talked about earlier. And I think the conclusion I've come to is some sort of teaching, like education.
Mm-hmm.
I did like an internship this past fall. I lived in Boston and I interned with a nonprofit that gave like self-defense courses to young women in like underserved areas. And I thought that like I was interning to do their work on like creating a new like senior advisor board and like doing outreach and sending emails. Mm-hmm. But then 2 times a week, I also had to go in and teach the class to the girls. And so I thought, I was like, okay, I got to teach this class, but like I can do like my emails and stuff. And I found the most like fulfilling part of that whole job to be like interacting with them and like teaching them and hearing from them like their life experiences and like giving them advice. Like that was my favorite part. So while I feel like a lot of pressure, I do kind of find like safety in like knowing like I feel like if I do something with education, I'll be fulfilled no matter what. So that's been my recent. I mean, this changes every week. So that's
that's I totally get it. Like, believe me, this goes back to like the dream I had and everything. Because at that time, I was in college for 3 and a bit years, so I was like almost done with my bachelor's.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
I was like ready to go.
Then you're like, nah.
And literally, and then I was like, nah, I'm dropping out and starting fresh because I realized like
interesting
what you're talking about with the fear of getting into a career and hating it. Like I definitely felt that, but I came to a conclusion pretty early. Like I was going to school for business, but I also knew in the back of my mind that if I just like did a 9 to 5 and I was just crunching numbers all day, I probably was going to kill myself. Like genuinely, like obviously I don't want to condone anybody killing yourself. But I felt that way. I was like, if I just have to sit here and like, just do fucking something every day I don't give a fuck about and I'm not improving at anything, there's no point in like not living, but that's a little dramatic, but there's no point in doing that thing.
Right. It's empty.
Yeah. And I think it really has to do with how your brain works, because I thought everybody felt like that, but I've come to realize that some people just need stability and then they find fulfillment in other parts of their life, like through their hobbies or like whatever they're doing. But I think I just was self-aware enough to be like, no, like if I'm going to do something, I want to like
yourself.
Yeah. But I just learned it in school because I noticed that the classes I cared about, I was acing. Like I would get an A+ and beyond. Like I would just, there's no problem studying, no problem doing the homework. But classes I wasn't interested in, it was like I actually would be like staring like at the professor, looking at their mouth, trying to hear what they were saying, and really like I'm trying to pay attention to what you're saying. And it was like they were talking underwater.
Yeah.
Like I almost couldn't hear them.
Yeah.
And I just was like, okay, so my brain works where I hyperfixate and maybe I'm a little autistic or something, or it's ADHD, which I definitely am. I'm diagnosed with ADHD and a bunch of other stuff. But I think that realization really helped me personally.
Yeah.
So I think, not that I'm giving you advice because you're your own person and you're going to make your own choices, but definitely try to self-evaluate like how your brain works and like what, like when, like you said, when you're teaching that class, like when you're doing that and you feel like that was fun, I would always extrapolate that. Like, could I do this every day forever?
Right.
And like that kind of helped me figure it out personally. Because I know it's hard to figure out, and everybody's always like, well, what are you going to do, Audrey? What are you going to do with your life?
Everyone at Little Moss ever.
Yeah, I mean, that pressure that's put on people who are barely 20, like 22 years old.
Right. It's like, I don't know.
Your brain's not even fully developed. Like, it's ridiculous. And especially 18-year-olds, and then colleges kind of preying upon 18-year-olds who don't know what they want to do, and then profiting off of that confusion.
Yeah, is
kind of fucked up.
And
I think
I've had a lot of conversations recently about college in the way that, like, there's so much pressure on you to go to college, and I think that it might be, dare I say, like a little bit of an outdated way of looking at things, because in, like, at least in our parents' generation and generations before that, like, you did, if you wanted to get a good job, you went to college because you needed a degree to get a good job, and college wasn't so insanely expensive, so it was doable. And it's crazy to come out of college and spend all that money, and you have a degree that they tell you, like, is going to get you a job. And I'm looking at these jobs and they don't even ask for a degree. And I'm like, whoa. I would have either way gone to college, but, like, it's not, I think, like the pressure put on an 18-year-old to be like, okay, now you go to college and get this degree because you want to work a good job would take a degree. That's not always true. And I think, like, that needs to be, like, you need to have more of a decision. Like,
yeah, because that really is, like, a lie.
Yeah.
Kind of, that colleges are, like, they're like, oh, don't you want to make money when you graduate college? Don't you want to have a job? Right. But it's, I mean, it's like you said the other day, it's like you're applying for these jobs that are in your field, and some of them are paying you less than you're making now as a server. And you're like, well, why the fuck am I going to take a step back? Like,
yeah. And I'm not saying at all, like, don't go to college. Like, I think college is super, like, like, get educated. That's awesome. Like I love college, but.
And I met some of my best friends.
I had a great experience. Well, I had a mostly great experience at college. Like, I would not take it back for anything, but, like, I do think there's no shame in, like, maybe there's another option for me. Maybe, like, the job that I really enjoy just doesn't require that. Like, that's okay.
Yeah. I love that you said that, because I think people are starting to come around to that a little bit more. Like, for a while, it was like, you go to college or you're a fucking loser. And now it's like, I look at people who don't go to college and I'm like, smart.
Yeah.
Like, smart. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Because watching a lot of my friends come out with, like, you know, $150,000 worth of debt, I can't even, like,
and no job.
Imagine an 18-year-old fathoming that amount of money. And sometimes it's more. Like, some people come out with, like, 250 grand.
When
like,
you're 18, it's literally just a number.
That's like a $250,000.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but that is perplexing to then be 22, graduate, and be like, well, you owe us forever. And if you die or go bankrupt, it's just going to go to your next of kin. Like, it just, that debt, you just can't escape. That's the other fucked up thing. It's like any other debt, you declare bankruptcy, you can kind of get it wiped and get penalized and then move forward with your life. But why is getting educated to prepare for your life privatized and, like, preying upon people who, I'm not saying that 18-year-olds are stupid. There's some incredible young people who are very smart, but people who don't really know who they are yet. And you're like, oh, but now you owe us money.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one-sided, I think.
Yeah. It's very, like, all right, like, go, like, bye. Like, you owe us, and maybe we'll have, like, an alumni dinner, but, like, you're on your own.
Yeah, and you never really get anything back from, like, once you graduate, like, the school never really, like, they don't go out of their way to be like, oh, we'll line you up with a job. Like, maybe if you're really close with a professor and there's a connection, that can happen. But it's not like it's on, the college isn't responsible to line you up with a job. That's on you.
And I think that might be something that's different too, because my mom told me, she was like, because I'm my oldest, I only have one younger sister. So I'm the first kid for my mom to, like, graduate college. And so she's kind of, like, trying to figure this out with me job wise. And she's like, I feel like when I graduated college, we got jobs through the college. Like, they, like, they would, like, give you opportunities, or you would have, like, a really actually useful job fair where, like, they set you up with a post-grad job before you even graduated. And that's where you started working. And, like, she was like, did they give you the opportunity? I'm like, no. Like,
no.
Like, really, no. Like, So I definitely think that could be like helpful to a lot of young people.
Yeah. I mean, I think the education system just needs like a full overhaul personally, because I feel like it kind of failed me growing up. I mean, I got a lot of extra help because of all my learning disabilities and dyslexia and all this stuff. I didn't read at like my proper grade level until 9th grade.
Yeah.
I was always like way below, just couldn't read. Was always that kid that it's like, can't really read out loud because it's just not like, just not working. I mean, I've come a long way now because of all this extra help, which I'm thankful for. So, but that was extra. That wasn't really part of like like if that extra help wasn't there, if I didn't go spend hours getting tutored, like I think I would have just been like swept under the rug and like, oh, this kid's dumb.
Yeah, this kid's an idiot. Yeah.
So fuck the education system, but I hope it can like be kind of overhauled and fixed. And I also think it kind of lays with like teachers need to make more money or be subsidized by the government.
As we speak, my mom is marching in a fair wage, like march for teachers because she's a teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's crazy how little, like you can make more money as a server than being a teacher. And when you're a teacher, you're shaping like young people's lives, and serving, you're like bringing food to a table. Like I don't know. I think
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like very crazy, actually.
It is. I can't even like, but it's like, where do you start with the education system? Like, I mean, I think you start there. So then you incentivize bright people to go teach, because what's the incentive to teach if you're not going to get paid money and you could just go work like in a private business and make double.
Yeah.
But yeah, just know you don't need to know the answer now.
Yeah.
You don't need to know what you want to do forever. Yeah.
I have a lot of trust in the idea that like answers will come through experience, and you kind of figure out things as you go. That's how it always works.
And I also think, like, going back to what we talked at the beginning, like your kind of core, just like doing difficult things makes things easier. Like that will carry you no matter what you like. You can choose to do anything and you'll succeed.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Very important.
Very important. So I'm going to just look at what else I had written here, but I feel like we really touched on a lot of stuff. Oh, right. I wanted to talk to you about language learning, because I know you did Mandarin for like a long ass time, and now you're trying to learn French.
Yes.
So what's your like interest with language learning?
It's really like nothing necessarily like groundbreaking, other than languages are just super cool. And I also feel like it's kind of crazy that like in the education system, like you don't really learn, like in other places, everyone learns like multiple languages. It's not groundbreaking to be bilingual anywhere else. But like in America, it's like you speak 2 languages. It's like, holy crap, like you're the smartest person in the world, which is great. But it's like, I think that I was just really interested in like language because we don't get that much, I don't know, education about it. So, I mean, Chinese was really interesting. Chinese is just like such an interesting language. It's so different from ours. Like everything is like visual. It's beautiful. It's like artistic almost. So when my options were Spanish, Portuguese, and Chinese, I was like, I'm going to choose Chinese. And I think, again, it kicked in, like, I wanted to be really good at it. And I guess no one else in my class, like, felt the same way. So I ended up being the only person in Chinese 4 at Dartmouth High School. Like, to ever make it to Chinese 4 is just me and the teacher. I
mean, at that point, you're getting, like, private lessons, which is pretty
literally
fucking awesome.
Like every day, every morning, I would go in and it's just me and the teacher, and she would literally, I don't know if I've told you this before, but I just think about this because the way I got taught was we would pull up the news like that day from like China and she would be like, okay, read this. And I mean, I don't speak Chinese, so I couldn't read it. I couldn't even read the first character, but she would teach me the first character, and then we would start over and I would be able to read that character, but not the next one. She would teach me that one, then we'd start over until I could read the whole thing. And that's what we did every day. And that's how I learned. And I just thought it was super interesting. Like, that's so cool. And I think I got a little discouraged with Chinese because literally like you can't learn that unless you go live there.
Yeah.
And even if you do, you can barely, like, that's just one of those things that's like, it is really hard to fully learn that language. Like it's not like any of the Romance languages. Like it's like
completely different.
And truly, like, there's like, my teacher barely spoke English. She had lived there her entire life, and there's characters she doesn't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Wait, that's crazy.
Yes. Because if you think about it, it's not like we have a set of letters that creates every single word. But for like, there's no, like, it's not like, well, sometimes this is true, but it's not like there is like a set of symbols that creates the characters. Like the characters are just pretty much free range. Like, yeah, like the character for mountain is going to be incorporated into like something that has to do with it. But like when you create a new word for something, it's like you're almost drawing a little picture, and it's like you can't guess what it's going to be, you know?
Yeah.
So it's super interesting, and like definitely learning about the culture behind drawing the characters and the brush strokes. Like I feel like I never would have guessed this, but like literally when you're writing a character being like the symbols, like I don't know if people know what I'm talking about, but like when you're writing this, each character has like an order of brush strokes. You can't just write it however you want. Like you have to write it in a certain order. And like, say if there's like a box in your character, you have to do like the left side as one stroke. You have to do the top and the right side as another. And then you have to do everything inside the box before you close it. Like, it's like little things like that. And I thought that was so interesting because I'm like, you're just writing, like, and like every time you write this character, you're doing it the exact same way. Like, I just found that so interesting.
That is so interesting because it's so different from English, where we just have like the letter B is the letter B.
Yeah.
Like no matter where you put it.
Exactly.
You know, and like there's some weird things with vowels, but like that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
But to like it really is artistic, like you said.
Yes.
We've been learning Japanese a little bit, but I feel like it's even so different from Mandarin. Like I think Mandarin is like extremely complicated.
Yeah, Mandarin, and I was learning simplified. Like I would look at like, and that actually simplified and traditional are the reason that I stopped learning Chinese, because fun fact, my freshman year of college went in, I needed 2 language credits for my major, and they were like, we can just put you in an advanced Mandarin class and it takes out both credits, like one and done. I'm like, okay, I've been learning this for 4 years. Like I can do this. I literally went in there. I was not prepared. And I basically, like the teacher basically told us like, yeah, you're learning this whole like simplified version of the language, but when you go to China, it's in traditional. You won't be able to read anything. And I was like, oh.
Well, that's kind of discouraging.
Yeah. So I kind of was like, all right, like I'm
Starting
not going to
fresh,
lock
yeah.
in. And then, I mean, my last name is literally the word French. So I was like, people have been asking me my whole life, can you speak French? Like,
might as well.
I think it would be a beautiful language to learn. So really that's my motivation to learn French. I just think it's like a beautiful, cool language.
I tried to learn French because it was like my family's language. Like my grandparents growing up spoke French because my family's French Canadian on my dad's side. And I took like French 101 in college, and it was one of those, like we took the first exam and she emailed me and was like, this was so like not even remotely close that I think you need like extra help with this. Like we can do private lessons. Like, well, cause I'm dyslexic. So it was from like speaking to writing, which I already struggle with.
Yeah.
And I just was not used to the sounds. Like I can barely fucking write in English and spell things correctly. Worst case scenario, yeah. And I literally emailed her. I was like, I'm actually dropping your class. Yeah. Like I give up. Just don't bother. Like I know that's like, I quit, but I knew in my heart of hearts, like there's no fucking way I'm gonna, because I took Spanish for like 8 years in like middle school and high school. And like I picked up some Spanish, and now working in kitchens, like I picked up a good amount. I just knew there was no fucking way with French. Like I was just like, this is
Yeah.
I'll just never learn this, which is a tragedy because I could probably speak to my grandfather in French and that would be pretty cool. But,
Yeah.
just wasn't meant to be.
I don't know. I don't think I'll ever be anywhere near fluent in French, but I think it's like fun to learn. I really like little things like that where I feel like I'm like gaining knowledge. Like that's why I like Duolingo, because I can just do it once a day. I'm like, I learned something today.
Oh, dude, Duolingo. We were learning Japanese on Duolingo, and then they released chess on Duolingo, and I have just stopped learning Japanese.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, because I play chess anyway, so now I'm like
Locked
dialed
on
in.
chess.
I just do puzzles on chess.com and Duolingo and play actual chess. And it's yeah, so
Grandmaster.
rip the Japanese grind. But
rip the Japanese grind.
it was fun. I do like it was like fulfilling though, learning on Duolingo, like Japanese starting from zero, just learning like water, rice, like little
I
things.
actually learned Japanese on Duolingo too.
It's nice.
For a while. It's kind of a really cool, it's different than the other language things.
Yeah, it's very different.
It's interesting, yeah.
I'm a little intimidated because I know that there's almost like, I don't know what the proper term for them is, so sorry, but there's almost like 3 alphabets.
Yes.
And there's combination characters, which is really intimidating because just learning the basic characters is already tough. But
yeah, in Chinese there's 3 alphabets. There's traditional and simplified, but then there's pinyin, which is Chinese and English, which they probably have for Japanese too. But it's literally just for English speakers to learn Chinese. So it's like, when I learned this, I was like, are you kidding me? Because like I like learned like you can kind of sound out Chinese because it's Chinese in English. It's how you pronounce the things. But it has like accent marks. Like some of like the letters don't make the same sound as in English because like some sounds in Chinese you don't even encounter in English.
Mm-hmm.
So like I would learn it that way, and then they would be like, yeah, like a Chinese person has never encountered pinyin before. Like it's literally just for you because you're an English speaker. And I'd be like, oh.
Well, yeah, then like, what's the point?
Yeah, like I get I'm learning how to like pronunciate it, but like I can't read the character, so what is it doing?
I think the pronunciation is crazy too in Mandarin. Like I had a friend at school who like grew up in China and he spoke fluent Mandarin and fluent English.
Wow. Yeah.
And when he like his dad would call him and he'd pick up and just switch like on a dime, and I would be like, whoa.
It is,
like,
it's crazy. And it's so it's like the accent marks on like the pinyin like that you learn are so important because like it is like the language goes up and down, and like the way you say the words actually changes the meaning and matters. Like there's so many different ways to like say like the same thing like with different accent marks, and they all have different meanings. It's so crazy, and I could never get that. Like you just have to get a feel for that.
Well, I mean, hopefully you won't have to get it because with AI, we'll just be able to understand everybody eventually.
You know what? Cool. I was talking. So my mom is an English and a writing teacher. So her constant battle and struggle is AI. Like her job has gone from teaching kids how to write to finding a way to get kids to not use AI. Like literally that's her job. Like every day she's just on Zoom, and it's like for office hours, and it's not like, how can I help you? It's like, stop using AI. Like it's so sad. But she was talking to me last night about the new AirPods that can literally translate. And at first I was like, that's great. But then I'm like, whoa, the need to ever learn a different language
it's gone.
Is
just like that.
Gone. And like the beauty of like different languages, like different languages are so beautiful. The fact that there's so many, and like, I don't know, like you don't even need to listen to them anymore. You can just listen to your own language like in your ear. Like that stuff is a little bit sad.
Yeah, I think that it's like we've opened up the box. I don't know what's the term there.
Pandora's box.
We've opened up Pandora's box a little bit here with AI, and it's spooky for stuff like that, because what's the point of traveling and living in another country to learn a language if you can just hear everything in English? Or like better yet, cut to 50 years later, we're all just speaking the same universal language, like through this, like we don't even need to open our mouths anymore. Like we're just all dialed into each other. And it's like, I don't know if I want that future.
God, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
It's like right now it's like like AI is not going to stop progressing. So how do we maintain art and individuality and things that can be so easily replaced.
Yeah. Well, I think people are going to just, it's almost natural to just like go backwards because like this crazy, like AI is just like, it's a train and we've ripped out the fucking brakes. Like it's going, like it's going to happen.
It's coming, yeah.
But I've seen some colleges that the students literally vote and they're like, let's actually just do verbal and handwritten exams because there's no way to do it online. Like you can cheat on everything. Like I remember growing up, if there's homework I didn't want to do, I'd like, take the equation and put it into a little computer and be like, oh, help me with it. Right, exactly. Like there was ways to like cheat and like you could get around it so you didn't really have to do the work. Great. But now,
like, wait, I want to do the work.
yeah, it's like, wait, I don't want to be a dumbass.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the scary thing is when people are like, oh, I'm just going to use AI for everything. Like, or like the one that really wigged me the fuck out was on Spotify. They do like, your AI podcast. And I'm like, who the fuck wants to, or like, your AI DJ.
My DJ, yeah.
And it's like, who wants to listen? Like, I feel like what makes a podcast great is like we're just talking. Like we're two people talking.
Yeah.
Conversation is like a very beautiful thing. And then like the DJ, it's like, don't you want to like find the music that you like naturally? Or like, do you want this like basically a fucking god to just be like, this is what you like? Like, it's almost like, I feel like it can be used as a tastemaker, which is like fine. Cause you're like, you're like, hey, I'm Audrey French. Like this is like, you know everything about me.
Yeah.
What would I like? Like that's
I
kind of
like,
cool.
Like my day list. I'm like, yeah, I'm listening to songs that I've listened to before that I like. But like when the DJ's supposed to like curate like new songs and he's like, well, you listen to Lil Uzi Vert, so listen to this. And I'm like, oh, like, you don't know me.
Yeah, and then it's like in your home addresses, and like, it's just like, how much do they need to know about you to know that you like fucking Playboy Cardi and Lil Uzi? Like, it's...
Literally, though, like, how much do you need to know? I know. Where's the end?
Yeah, I don't think it ends. I think they just go until they know what you're thinking at all times.
I know. I'm really scared of AI. Like, I'm scared of it.
Me too. And you, like, just going back to like talking about college and stuff, I think the greatest, not the greatest, but the most horrific scam, and it's happening right now, like as we speak, to this generation, is you spend all this money, $250,000 in debt, potentially, you get out, there's no job for you.
Right.
And then if there was a job, like the job market is kind of going to just like dissolve with AI, and it's going to be something completely different. So like for people like you graduating now, I mean, I know you graduated a little while ago.
And my major is literally like AI jobs.
Right. Well, I mean, you can almost everything can kind of be like, if you look at it long enough, like what's going to be left for people to do?
Yeah.
That's really the question, I think, right now.
I know.
It's just like, what is our purpose going to be? Or is this just like evolution?
Do you think that like, specifically like culinary jobs are going to go?
So I think about that all the time.
Like
we actually talked about that on the first episode.
Yeah.
But I think that everything will go eventually. I hope and pray that it doesn't. But I think everybody thinks, like I've seen some clips of like investment bankers that are like, yeah, AI is going to take a lot of jobs, but investment banking is going to be fine. It's like everybody thinks their job is safe.
Yeah.
And I do hope that humans will always appreciate going out to eat, because I think that's like my favorite thing to do, and it will be sad if but I could totally see a reality where everything is just automated, like everything.
I definitely think like serving is 100%. I mean, already is. There's literally already like kiosks and like robots that like serve you your food. Yeah. So that's already done. But cooking itself, I don't know, like it would have to be like very futuristic to have something that could literally cook the meal.
Yeah, I mean, I think, but at that point, I just get to like, what's the point? Like, if you're going to spend billions of dollars to design this hyper realistic humanoid robot
Right.
just to make food for humans.
Which we can literally do.
We can already fucking do that though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
I know.
I don't know. I don't know where it goes. I can see both, but I do think it's scary when you like go to Stop and Shop and you don't have to talk to anybody.
Yes.
Or you go to Wendy's and it's like, can I take your order? I actually talked about that with David Tanis on the last episode. And I asked him that exact question. I was like, do you think there's ever a time when there's going to be no cooking anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no need to cook.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about that. But yeah, like I went to Wendy's the other day and it's like, it's genuinely like,
let me get a
it was an
JVC.
AI. Let me get a fucking JVC times 2. No, but it really, like, it's there.
Yeah.
Like it's happening right now.
I know. Yeah. That's crazy. And it's like, it's sad because a lot of, like, obviously AI would be seen as better than a human doing it because AI has like no flaw. Like they're not going to make a human, like humans literally cannot be perfect. They always have a flaw, but like there's something so beautiful in that, but no one's ever going to choose that over perfection unless
we have to actually choose
you have to
humanity.
Choose like you have to choose being imperfect and you have to choose the possibility of error over perfection for the sake of humanity.
Yeah.
And like
I mean, I think that's a good place to end it. Let's just leave everybody there. But
yeah.
Thank you for doing this.
Of course.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Bye, everybody.
Bye.